Hi, good viber. How are you doing? Here's your girl Esther Joy, and she's coming at you with the most beautiful plate of nachos I've ever made. It's vegetarian, so we have some just some beautiful stuff in here. I just ended my fast today. This is like my first actual meal, and it's just been so beautiful. I've just been looking at it like, I don't want to like turn over the whole bowl, but like it's amazing. Anyways, I thought it would be cool to talk about relationships and just kind of reflect on that. And I wanted to reflect on like my own relationships. I wanted to reflect on how important they are, I think. And yeah, I just, it's a vibe, it's a vibe. So I'm here to be like, thank you, JT. You already know it is gonna be so good. I'm so excited. Okay, let me just take a moment to just bless. Thank you for this food. Thank you for this company. Thank you for the light, the sun. Thank you for this water, this tea. Thank you for the food. May it be nutritious and replenish my body. Give it exactly what it needs for the energy for today. I'm so excited. Allow this vibe time to be full of just love and value and wonderful, nutritious information and tea. Amen. Alright, I'm so excited. So I got some tea here. I have some ginger and lemongrass. And yeah, it's nice. It's a nice day. It's so warm. The sun is so beautiful. Alright, so let's just hop into it. I keep looking at it and I'm just like, I don't know where to begin. I do. Guys, I'm salivating. I love food so much. I am in a relationship with food now. Okay. Alright. That's good. Oh man, I love soggy nachos. Now, let's dive into it. I'm being serious. Relationships. Now, your girl Esther Joy feels like this is gonna be story time right out here, but let's not get too much into it. Okay, my dog is out here. He's probably gonna start barking if I don't give him food. But that's okay, he needs to learn. Thank you, yes, I have my nails. I did them myself. Fun story. Esther really thought she was gonna be a nail technician when she was like 9. She really thought that was where her future was heading, and she would do her nails every single day. So it's really fun. My thumbs are clean though because I need these. Alright, so I wanted to talk a little bit about relationships, okay? Now my ex, they hit me up the other day. And if you're watching this, no shade thrown at you, but like, it was obvious they just wanted to hook up. And I just called them out and I was like, do you want to catch up or do you just want to hook up? And they were just like, I don't want to just hook up. And I was like, nah, bro. I think we're done. Kind of just like ghosted me for a while, and I'm okay with that. Universe be working in mysterious ways. We're okay with that. But yeah, I still love you as a friend. We can always catch up, but not hook up. So good. So I remember talking and like warning people one day about sexually transmitted demons and why you want to be careful who you hook up with and about that whole jam. And I was just thinking about relationships in general. I don't know about you, but every single relationship I've been in has changed me slightly. Does that make sense? And whether it is my mom, my sister, my brother, whether it's even getting a dog, that relationship changed me. And these significant partner relationships, they seem to change parts about myself. It's almost like you kind of assimilate with that person, if that makes sense. Of course it does. We're talking about energy. So when you're next to them, you start picking up on their lingo, their habits, what they say, and what they think. And it's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting. For real, you feel like every relationship has a lesson? Yes, absolutely. And I'd love to know what your lesson, what you have learned from your relationship. I remember I asked this to my friends every time they go in a new relationship. I will ask them when they break up or during the relationship, what are you learning from it? What is the lesson? And it's really cool because I think it's so easy when we have that outside perspective. When we're giving our friends relationship advice, we're like, immediately we're like, nope, they ain't good for you, sis. Don't do it. Don't go back, right? But for ourselves, it's almost a little different. We don't have that kind of perspective. But what I will say is that by asking this question, what have you learned? It really does invoke this like inner perspective and reflection. I think maybe I'll talk about what I've learned. And I'm really thankful because in all of the relationships I've been in, I have learned something, and it has helped me not only, I feel like, become a better person. It's good to be in the sun. You already know it, DMV. Okay, I'm gonna eat this chip. Okay, so like for instance, self-compassion. I think that's been a big lesson I've been learning. Communication, honest, authentic expression. These are things that we cannot teach ourselves, but these connections, these relationships do. I don't know, it could be like so bad. I love you, Anna. I love you so much. Yeah. Cosmic JT said your recent made you value and respect yourself a lot more and not be so dependent on people. I think that's what triggered my spiritual awakening. Wow. That's exactly what the kind of tea, right? You learn you gotta be happy with yourself first. God, I don't have napkins, so we're just gonna go with it. Yeah, for real though, for real. Like, relationships, it doesn't even matter how bad they are, they're gonna help you become better if you see them that way. I know a lot of people, sometimes with relationships, they get like really hung up on it, and it's just like, that person was so horrible, and they just keep like, even after the relationship, it affects them in a way. And of course the relationships can affect you after you're not interacting with them on that level. But it's almost like, whoa, you can either take what you learned from the relationship, or you can repeat it without realizing. I'm sorry for calling you out like that, Jason, in the beginning, but I do want to say that what I have learned, I am not perfect. Relationships, they kind of scare me because I'm like, ooh, that's like a lot of closeness for two people, and like all of that intermingling and your energies all merging, and it's like you really gotta be like kind of choosy with who you're merging with and intermingling with, because you're gonna pick up on the bad and the good, and it's going to shine a light on you as well, which is good because that's where the lesson is.
Lady?
Yes.
I don't know what you're doing, but... Oh, shut up!
Oh, I'm just talking about relationships.
Oh, you're doing stuff?
Yeah.
You gotta believe in somebody.
Okay, I'll finish my nachos and put my shoes on. Thank you, Mom.
Alright. You get me all dirty.
Jedi, come on, you gotta calm down, bro. But yeah, I love the relationship I have with my mom. She teaches me a lot. And even with my dad, he teaches me a lot. And I think that's when, like, as children, we develop our understanding of how, she's gone now, but I'll tell her for you when I go back. I'll say hi for you. But even as kids, I think that's where we grow up, and that's where we develop our understanding of these relations. And those, what can we say? Those lessons that we learn from those relationships growing up, they reflect and we look for a deeper understanding or a deeper meaning. And I think it's really interesting, and I feel led to just share a quick story that it's still unrolling, but like with family stuff, and I love food so much, JT, you have no idea. This is so good. Breaking my fast and eating nachos. Beautiful. Relationship with chips, you already know it. And the tomato. Okay. But yeah, relationship with food. A lot of people, when you think about it, their relationship with food is something, and I'm happy you mentioned it because, okay, I love food, but I also understand there's a lot of people that struggle with their relationship with food. Whether it's like body issues or it's just like the food that they're able to eat or whatever have you not. Like, don't take for granted your relationship with food, okay? Because it's amazing. And where did this come from? Where did we build this connection? As kids, we got relationships. I'm sorry, I just saw your comment, Tom, and I was like, yes, good pun. Yeah. No, but for real, it's so cool to see how it unfurls, because it all makes sense when you think about it. Like, Earth is a classroom, we all here to learn, and these relationships are like our teachers. Like, relationship with food. Some people who struggle with their relationship with food, maybe they struggle with really nurturing their body in the way that it is wanting to be nurtured. I'm just speculating, because I love food, and sometimes it's hard for me to comprehend certain relationships where the food is not nurturing you, but at the same time it do be happening. And there'll be relationships that I think we all face for different reasons, going back to, like, I feel like we are all physical manifestations of the chakra system on Earth. So these relationships are just us intermingling with other energy systems, which appears people, food, the earth, technology, animals. Okay, chips. Yeah, it's so good. But time to work on the relationship with self here. Evo, yes, Evo, that's very good. I'm thinking about it, right? Like, think about it. All of the relationships externally, they begin with yourself, because that's how you're interpreting everything that you see on the outside. So I know some people, they rush into relationships with other people because it's uncomfy being alone with themselves, because they really haven't cultivated that connection within themselves that they're looking for, so they look outside of themselves to other people. Hey, we all have a hole somewhere in our soul that we're looking to be filled, and that's the purpose of relationships. They shine a light on that, and they help embrace that part of ourselves. But if we're not able to identify where that hole is, not even how it, came about, how we're interpreting it, what that looks like for ourselves, then it's going to be very difficult to find somebody who's actually giving you what you are wanting in a relationship, is what I feel. Yeah, but no one's perfect. And I will tell a little story time about one of my dear beloved friends, which has a fear of intimacy and an extreme fear of relationships. Now, I love her so much, and I'm sharing this story because it's something within me that was just really amplified by her, and our relationship allowed this to be brought into awareness, I guess. Now, long ago, she was asked, proposed to by this dude that she kind of liked, and it was great. She said yes, and the next day she said no, call it off. She had a fear of intimacy. Now, I remember asking her, why do you feel like you have this fear? And she was sharing how in her mind, when she meets somebody, she creates this ideal version of them. And she's fearful of having that idea, that imaginary superhero person in her mind collapsing and crumbling because it's not real life. And that is something that she fears more than getting to know the actual person and their flaws. Now, I share this because sometimes I think within my own self, I reflect on, my own self-relationship. I'm not perfect, but is there a part of me that is fearful of my flaws? That's what I'm making this video about, because yes, there is. Oh. Absolutely. And it feels so good to say, I'm just gonna be honest, because now it's like, okay, that awareness really helps. I could avoid this for the rest of my life, or I could just be clean and be like, this is what's up with me, bro. Talking to myself right now. And in order to understand that aspect more, now looking for a relationship and a reflection that can assist in that deepening of that connection with myself through other people. Not in a weird narcissistic way, but understanding how I treat other people is how I'm treating myself. How I look at myself is how I look at other people, kind of. But yeah. Okay.
Come to her.
3 chips.
Come. You have your shoes on?
Okay. But yes.
I didn't finish your thing in the car.
Okay. Alright, well, I guess that's my whole spiel for today. I'm gonna finish my chips and say, meditate on these thoughts. I am just here to share my perspective and eat my nachos in peace, but I do have to get going. My relationship with time is something I'm working on. But yeah, thank you for taking some time to just vibe with me. I'd love to know what relationship you are fostering, and I will see you in the next video.